All right, y'all. So I know y'all been waiting for this video. I'm gonna apologize. I was out of town for like 2 days, so know it's a little bit late, but we're gonna get into it. We got a 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. This thing is super solid. Very, very nice color combination. You can see it's kind of got that kind of like that khaki color going on. It's been repainted, so off top I'm gonna say the paint is probably about a 9, honestly. But like I said, we'll go ahead and move around it as we start with this front fender. Really don't see anything that needs to be pointed out as far as dents or scratches. Looks pretty solid. Obviously, she's got a new set of Cooper Cobra tires on her. We'll go ahead and move on down the door. Door looks pretty good. Again, nothing really to point out there. Wheel trim looks pretty solid. Got a little bit of overspray on them. Nothing that I really care about, but again, just want to make sure we point it out. Rear quarter fender on the right side looks pretty good. As we're looking down it, not seeing any waves or any cracks, so nothing that really needs to be pointed out there. Forgot to grab this top. You guys can see the top is in great condition. I don't see any cracking in the vinyl or any peeling as we get along the edges. Like I said, super dope color combination. Rolling around the rear, glass is good. We have no cracks, no splits. And then in the trunk, like I always tell you guys, you can see very well underneath the lights. Again, paint looks pretty solid. Bumper's in good condition. There's no cracks there, no dents. Chrome looks good as well. Coming down the driver's side, again, things look pretty good. Nothing to really point out along there. Like I said, the body is in excellent condition. They did a really good job when they did the paint. No bubbling in the top. Keep on rolling. We got a couple little chips right here along the door. I would assume before it was aligned, it probably was catching, because it's not catching now, but I'm assuming that might happen. Coming to the front fender. We got a little tiny bit of an indentation here. Right there, if you guys can see that. Again, it's very minimal. From here, you don't even notice it under the light. It's just something that I seen going around the vehicle. My bad, forgot the windshield. Windshield looks good, no cracks, no rock chips, and all the trim is intact. We'll go ahead and come down the hood. Let's step back just a little bit so you guys see this whole thing. Like I said, I really like that color combination. But hood looks solid, didn't see any chips. Hood looks properly aligned as far as the gaps. It's not catching on any of those corners. I'm not 100% sure if these if the headlight trim was replaced with the black, but I like that. I think it looks good as well instead of being all chrome. And again, the bumper looks solid from the top. No dents there or anything. Of course, we'll check it out once it's on the road. Let's go ahead and get this open. So as you can see, clean underneath, power brakes, power steering. It is an AC equipped vehicle, 350 car. Relatively clean, stock. They did paint under the hood as well. Looks like it was just base coated, no clear. Not that that really matters. And then all of this was hit with a gloss black. So pretty clean engine bay. Grab the keys so we can check out the trunk. There we go. Again, everything was painted, looks solid. They redid the weather sealing when they did this, 'cause I know you can't tell in the video, but it's super, super soft. That's the way it's supposed to be when it's new. So that was replaced. And again, they painted the car with the bumpers off. You can see the paint get under there, so that's solid. Trunk pans look good. Original, no coating to hide anything. I don't see any weld work, soft spots or anything. So we'll check out the rest underneath. Now, again, I told you I like the color combination. The interior is where this car really shines. This was originally a, I was about to say carpet, but cloth seat vehicle that's been replaced to leather. I think the leather looks amazing in here. All brand new, no rips, no tears, no stains. Beautiful tan. Like I said, it goes with the outside of the car, so it's great. Brown carpet. If it was me personally, if I was interested in this vehicle, I'd probably go with the chocolate carpet on the floor, and then do these door panels in that chocolate as well. Then it will go ahead and borderline match this dash as well, and then, you know, cut down on a couple of the different tones. Obviously back in the 70s it was designed that way, but I do think that chocolate brown will look good in there. Looking at the door panel looks pretty solid. Like I said, the color looks good. I don't see any scratches, any warping or anything there. Going across the dash, looks good. I don't see any cracks, any warping, so that's always a plus. One major expense you don't have to worry about. Trim is a little bit loose going around here. It's held in by clips, so a little bit loose. Headliner is solid. There's no sagging there. And again, with the repaint, jams have been done as well. We get on over to the driver's side. Windows are manual. Like I said, jams look good. You guys can see those seats again. New seats, solid. Driver's side door panel, like I said, it's in decent condition. No warping or anything that I would worry about. Let's go ahead and get in here. Move this paper so I don't have that reflection. Steering wheel, in my opinion, a little bit rough. You know, these do crack out and they're missing, you know, the little rings that go in between, but nothing too major. But just making sure you guys see that. Let me go ahead, see if I can fire her up. Fire right up off a cold start. I'm gonna put you down for 1 second. Seatbelt is stuck, so that'd be something you guys would probably have to replace, unless it's just the spring in there, if you know how to do that. Yeah, because it's not one of those ones that just stop right here and you bring the latch across. So I'm gonna have them look at it just to be on the safe side if it's something easy, but we won't be replacing it. We'll just see if it can be fixed. Mileage reads 65,233. Horn is good, a little bit weird, but works. Wipers good. Lights are on in the dash and reflecting off the cars up there. I do not hear the blower on at all. And nothing on the speakers. No static, no nothing. So radio is not connected, I'm sure. And I believe that's it. Let's go ahead and give her this test drive. I know for sure the fuel hand is not reading accurately. 100%, this car is full to the max, because I put well, the mechanics put in 40, and when I went to start it, it wouldn't start because it had ran down to empty, so we had to put a little bit of gas in the carburetor, let it run. Obviously I took it to the gas station to be on the safe side, and it was full, it overflowed. So again, this is not reading accurate, which almost all of these Cutlasses seem like they do that. Once you fill them, it seems like that hand just keeps on going past the full sign. So all right, 350 sounds good. I don't hear any anything that tells me there's like an exhaust leak, any type of rattling or anything ticking. First shift was smooth. I know this car has drums all the way around it, so we'll see how the brakes do. First shift was smooth. Throttle feels good, no issues there. I was just checking the brakes before I got to the stop sign. They're working with zero issues. A little bit on the firm side, nothing that I would complain about, especially with drums. Hands off. She pulls a little bit to the left when you hit the brakes. Again, not something that's super abnormal when we're talking about drums, but speedometer is working. Doing about 25-30 right now. Apologize if there's a little bit of wind. I always forget to roll up these windows when they're manual, so all the windows are down. But on the plus side, with the windows down, you don't hear any rattling in the doors. You don't hear the windows up and down. I'm sorry, the windows rattling against the weather stripping or anything. So always a plus. Belts sound good. We don't hear any squealing. Like I said, throttle response is good. Yeah, so give me a second. I'm gonna get back and throw her on the rack. All right, y'all, we got the Cutlass up on the rack. Again, rear bumper looks great. Chrome looks good. You can see the reflection. Looks great. No pitting, no rust, so we're solid there. Getting underneath, gas tank looks solid. No signs of any leaks or anything like that. Looks like the frame has been coated to a certain extent, so no issues there. Trunk pans do have surface rust. That's expected when you don't have coating there. Factory 10 bolt drums in the rear. Looks like the suspension is stock. Again, you see a little bit of frame coating, but it was real sporadic. So muffler has been replaced. As we go down the passenger side, frame looks good. And again, there's no coating here underneath, so you do have some surface rust, but again, floors are solid. No soft spots. You can't see through anything, and I don't see any weld that shows that the floors have been worked on. Same thing on the driver's side. You got your surface rust, but these are solid, so nothing to worry about there. Just came off the test drive. No signs of leaking from the oil or trans pan. At some point in time, this was replaced as well. Drums in the front. I see a couple of, some of the brake lines have been replaced. Control arms and suspension look stock. Steering box has been replaced. I can just tell by how new it looks compared to everything else, but no other signs of leak. Let me get under here, and the rest of that front bumper again looks solid. No dents. Super solid bumper. Coming around, see that they did get paint all the way down to the edge. Tires are new at all four corners. Cladding looks solid. I got a little bit of imperfections here, so probably, maybe, possibly ran up on something. Maybe it's just rocks kicking up. I'm not sure, but you can kind of see. Again, this is under the car, not top down. Rear quarter again looks solid. Did a good job getting the paint all the way down. You got a little bit of flaking going on here, which is expected. Again, rocks kicking up. It's a high impact zone. And to the driver's side, quarter looks solid. Looks like there was a little bit of rust that was right here underneath. That looks like it was ate up, so they didn't paint over that. And chrome cladding looks solid over here until we get right up here. I got a little bit of like dents and things here. Same thing. Looks like stuff kicking up because they look real small. Car looks beautiful, though. So if you're interested in the 72, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. As always, we appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.